What is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today, we have some awesome information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So we do have an update on the Nintendo Switch version of Battle Chasers Nightwar directly from Airship Syndicate on the matter. So let's go ahead and get into what they had to say here. Quote, "We know for many of you who opted to wait for the optional post-campaign Nintendo Switch version, this is the most hotly anticipated news. Here's the current status. The game has been in THQ Nordic's Q&A for a few weeks now, and we did find a few tricky bugs that took some time to resolve. One, for example, stopped certain cutscenes from playing 100% of the time, and another case, walking into 2 of the 8 dungeons resulted in garbage visual data filling the screen. Both of these were completely unique to the Nintendo Switch and tricky to track down. We have fixes for those, and the game is back in Q&A. We're now cautiously optimistic with another round of testing. The game will be ready for submission. Trust us when we say that no one wants it out more than we do, but we obviously couldn't release it with such problems occurring. We can't give a date, but we can say with honesty that it's really damn close." So this has been an ongoing saga when it comes to this game on the Nintendo Switch. A lot of people really wanted it back then, as far as months ago, but there's just been issue after issue, and this isn't even the beginning of it. There were issues last year. There was problems with Unity itself in terms of getting that up and going on the Nintendo Switch smoothly. Ukulele had that same problem in terms of that, so hopefully things can go better for them when it comes to their next title. I know THQ Nordic wants to support the Nintendo Switch, but they've definitely had some issues here and there when it comes to a few games. Even one of the developers or one of the people who run THQ Nordic saying that they wish that Nintendo put a little bit more oomph into the Nintendo Switch, a little bit more horsepower, but yeah, that would completely void the whole hybrid nature of the system. So I think they were just thinking about in terms of it being a normal set-top console, and obviously that wasn't going to work for Nintendo as far as what they wanted to do going forward. Hybrid is definitely going to be something that they're going to be pursuing. It's unfortunate that there's been this many issues with the Nintendo Switch version of the game, but when you have to have a quality product on the market, you have to have a quality product. Like, that's something that you really can't skimp out on. And even playing this game on the PC, there were some issues that I was having with performance with this game too. Even with my GTX 960, this is not a super graphically intense game. I mean, I was putting on the high settings. The frame rates were not at 60 frames per second. There were some other issues as well. Now, there might have been a patch since then, but either way, there was just some issues across the board, but it's still a good game. I have the Xbox One version and I also have the PC version. Haven't beat either one. I just wanted to get a taste of it and get some gameplay out for you guys so you guys can make an informed decision in terms of if you guys wanted to purchase it on those systems, but I'm still waiting for the Nintendo Switch version to play it fully through and see how this game is. So what do you guys think about this when it comes to Battle Chasers Nightwar? Find this news encouraging that they're pretty much getting down to the nitty-gritty and it's coming in terms of the release date? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and getting into a little bit of a strange article here. So Billy Mitchell has been accused of lying and playing with an emulator with Donkey Kong arcade records. Billy Mitchell, he is the grandmaster of Donkey Kong, right? The record holder. He has a documentary on him. There's all sorts of stuff. And apparently he could have cheated. But you know what? We have to wait on this one. But let's go ahead and get into this article here. Shout out to Nintendo, everything for it. So Billy Mitchell has made a name for himself in the arcade scene over the years, especially when it comes to setting high records in Donkey Kong. Yet now Mitchell is coming under fire after being accused of cheating. After looking into the situation, a Donkey Kong fan site has removed 3 of Mitchell's high score submissions. The site believes the community was misled about playing on the real arcade hardware. It's thought that instead emulator gameplay was used. Donkey Kong's forum's previous top record for Mitchell was number 20 with 1.062 million points. Now, however, its highest is number 47 at 933,990 points. This is the highest mark recorded in public, which he played on an arcade machine in 2004. One major issue here is that Mitchell's scores tend to be tied to a witness known by Todd Rogers. Unfortunately, Rogers has also found himself in hot water after scorekeeping site Twin Galaxies said this week that it will remove all of his records. Twin Galaxies has determined that Rogers' submitted score of 5.51 seconds in the Atari game Dragster cannot be achieved. There's a lot more to the situation, so you guys can check out the links in the description below if you want to read up more on this. And this is definitely super nerdy, but at the same time, like, you can't cheat if you want to achieve something. If you want to get those high scores, if you want to put in stuff when it comes to competition against other people and record holders and all of that. You have to make sure that you're truthful, but I don't want to sit here and indict this dude and the other guys without further proof. I mean, we know about the Twin Galaxies and the whole Rogers deal, but in terms of Billy Mitchell, there still isn't any definitive proof one way or another, even though people are already coming down on him. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not going to sit there and cast him into the fire. I'm not going to sit here and try to throw a witch hunt on this guy. And I see the documentaries and stuff. And to me, it's just a video game at the end of the day. But at the same time, like I said, you have to be truthful in terms of you reporting scores and Guinness World Book of Records and all that. We would hate for it to not be real. Either way, I mean, hopefully this stuff gets worked out and Billy can kind of clear his name, because people are already saying that it's wrong, that it's false, that he's a liar, he's a cheat and all this stuff. But I don't want to go that far yet. I want to wait till we get more details. I want to wait till this kind of plays out more. Maybe he can say something on the matter. So what do you guys think about this whole situation when it comes to Donkey Kong Arcade and the point scores and all that? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving to the next article here. Yakuza 6, the Song of Life, has been delayed till April 17th in the Americas and Europe, but there will be a demo launching on February 27th. So you can transfer your save data from the demo to the full game, as well as some great details, I guess, trying to make it up for this delay. So Sega has delayed Yakuza 6, the Song of Life, from its previously announced March 20 release date in the Americas and Europe to April 17th, the company announced. A demo for the sequel will be released via the PlayStation Store on February 27th. Save data from the demo can be transferred to the full game when it launches. And we're going to go ahead and go over the full message from Sega on the delay. Yakuza 6, the Song of Life's release, will be moved back a month to April 17th. This was a tough business decision we didn't make lightly, but with bad news, we also have some good. This gives us more time to line things up for the launch, and on February 27th, the demo for Yakuza 6 will be made available and will allow players to bring their save into the game on release. This will be the first time everyone will have a chance to play the game, a moment we've been long anticipating, and we can't wait to hear what you think about it. We have many new plans to reveal other things over the next coming weeks to give you all more insight into the series, so stay tuned. Yakuza 6, the Song of Life, will be available for the PlayStation 4 exclusively. So this is interesting, and some people were saying, oh my gosh, this is too close to God of War, it's going to get destroyed. But God of War and Yakuza 6, they're like completely different games. God of War, we don't even know if that game is going to be good. It's a completely different style. It's something that they haven't done before. It's called God of War. It's not like God of War 5 or God of War whatever. They're doing something completely different. So yes, there's going to be some God of War fans that rush out there and buy it or whatever the case is, but I don't think there's any crossover with Yakuza 6 and the people who want this game. Remember, this game was already released in Japan. There's an installed fan base of people who love this game and who are going to go out there and get Yakuza 6 day one. And for everyone else, I mean, if you're on the fence, I mean, either way, I don't think having God of War there or not might have made a big difference in terms of sales because of this style of game. Then if you put like The Last of Us or something right next to God of War, you know, stuff that we know of, then yeah, I can see that. But at the same time, this is an unknown as far as a reboot of the franchise with God of War, so we still need to see how that's going to do. And on top of that, there's not much crossover, in my opinion, when it comes to Yakuza 6. Like, not enough to where it's going to be a big deal like some people are making it out to be. People want variety. Not everyone's going to buy God of War. Not everyone's going to buy Yakuza 6. You buy what you want. There will be some people who are probably going to have to pick, but at the same time, if you had money for the game back in March or whatever the case is, you should still have that money by the time April rolls around and God of War comes. So just save up or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think about Yakuza 6 getting delayed to April here? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the final article here, permadeath beat 'em up Streets of Red Devil's Dare Deluxe has been announced for the PS4 and Nintendo Switch, playing parody to the horror games and films that came before it. And there looks like one picture where you're fighting Jim Sterling at this point, so I don't know if that's him, but it looks like him. Permadeath multiplayer horror beat 'em up coming to the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch on February 27th for $8.99. So here is the about. In the Streets of Red Daredevil Deluxe, the only thing scarier than being eaten alive is running out of quarters. It's a permadeath multiplayer horror beat 'em up that bestows players with the skills of retro gaming heroes in a fight against a legion of undead monstrosities. By paying tribute and playing parody to the great horror games and films that came before it, Streets of Red Devil's Dare Deluxe balances lighthearted comedy against tension so thick that you could cut through it with a knife, axe, or even a chainsaw. The chills, thrills, bills, and opportunity to learn new skills here won't stop until every street runs red with blood. Are you up for the challenge of an anti-lifetime? So there's more gameplay and key features and all sorts of stuff that you guys can check out in the link in the description below. And yeah, this game definitely looks kind of weird, but at the same time they're trying to appeal to a certain audience out there, and I'm pretty sure with the price point of $8.99, some people are going to check it out, especially if you're into retro games, if you're into stuff like Streets of Rage, the hardcore old school games like that. I mean, this is probably your style of game. It probably got you at the permadeath beat 'em up, which is not something that you see a lot, a permadeath beat 'em up. So interesting. What do you guys think about Streets of Red Devil's Dare Deluxe coming to the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4? Let me know you guys' thoughts on this title in the comment section below. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below. Consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you for the next video. Peace.